Hi everybody, this is Jeremy with Grokking Guitar. Today we have an interview with Wyatt about his life and music. First question is, Wyatt, how long have you been practicing guitar and taking lessons?
Guitar? Definitely like 3 years by now. And then banjo, which Daddy didn't mention in the question, I would say 1 year.
Okay. How about piano?
Piano, I just started taking lessons with my mom probably about 1 month, I'm guessing. I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't been keeping track of my instrument practice. But next question.
How often do you take lessons?
Well, banjo lessons and guitar lessons are once a week.
And how often do you practice?
I practice every day for 20 minutes each instrument. And then piano, I don't take piano lessons, I just take quick lessons with my mom. I just play a few pieces and it only takes me like 3 minutes. But then my guitar and banjo, I have to practice for 20 minutes each. And I practice that every day.
Is practice difficult?
Sometimes it's really hard for me, to be honest. And I just get through it and get it done. But it's really stressful sometimes.
Are there some days when you don't feel like practicing?
A lot of times, I really just don't feel like practicing. And I keep trying to get my mom to let me do fun time. But sometimes I just don't feel like practicing.
Are there some times when it makes your fingers hurt?
Well, when I was first starting guitar and banjo, yes. But I think my fingers are okay. But occasionally they do hurt.
What is your favorite kind of music to play?
I think, even though I've been practicing guitar for 2 more years, I really like playing banjo. Even though sometimes I just don't really want to take my lessons.
So what style of music do you like?
I like bluegrass.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the bluegrass.
Yeah. Are there parts of playing the guitar and the banjo that you think are really hard?
To be honest, yes. I just do it. But
What are the hard parts?
well, the hard parts are like when my guitar teacher tells me all the fingers, and sometimes just to stretch them out, it's kind of hard. And that really hurts my fingers sometimes. And yeah.
Which is more difficult, guitar or banjo?
I would say banjo because banjo has steel strings, but I get used to it.
Yeah. You also have to stretch quite a bit further to play the banjo, don't you?
I think the frets are maybe a tiny bit bigger, further apart. But just like the guitar, they get smaller as you go up the neck.
Yeah. What is the song that you're working on right now on the guitar?
I am working on a song called Very Scary Bass Study. And I'm also playing Nostalgia, which I already recorded, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to see that on Grokking Guitar.
Yes.
But you haven't played the Very Scary Bass Study on Grokking Guitar yet, have you?
I haven't got that mastered yet,
Yeah.
but I'll soon record it.
What about on the banjo? What's the song that you're working on?
Not really. I'm just really working on my scales, my major scales, and like how to make chords into minors and stuff, and my chords up the neck. I'm not really assigned to any songs, except I know a lot of them.
Yeah, how many songs do you guess you know on the banjo?
I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5? No fewer than 5, but probably like 10.
Yeah, I think probably closer to 10. How about on the guitar? How many songs do you think?
I know a lot of songs.
Quite a lot.
know. I've been playing guitar for so long that some of my songs had gone out of my mind. Like, I forgot how to play Twinkle Twinkle, but I don't care.
That's not one you need to memorize, huh?
Yeah, I can play Nostalgia. I can play.
Do you still remember Moonlight?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Have we played Moonlight
music.
on Grokking Guitar?
No.
We should do that.
Yes. Next question.
What are your, who are your inspirations? What are some musical artists that you like to listen to and learn from?
I don't really learn from these, but there's a really cool bluegrass band called the Petersons, and they're all siblings except for one friend that plays the dobro. And who I learn from is usually, I don't know a band who I like and learn from.
Initially you learned some banjo from Mr. Panky, right?
Yeah, he's a great YouTuber.
Yeah.
And
that's how you learned Cripple Creek, I think.
Well, then my banjo teacher taught me a better version of it.
Ah.
A better version of it, in my opinion. But now I think that I definitely like my banjo teacher's version better. But I'm not trying to accuse anybody. You can like what you want to like. Next question.
What are some other ways that you learn either banjo or guitar or piano or anything?
I learned from my mom and my dad. And I learned from my music teachers. And I learned a little tiny bit from my grandma Kathy who plays piano. But unfortunately she lives in Atlanta and we live in Washington. So we don't get to learn from her very much. But it's fine when she's here.
Yeah. Thinking about questions.
Silly daddy. He ran out of questions on the notepad. Waiting.
What if there is somebody watching Grokking Guitar right now and they are trying to learn the guitar or the banjo? What's some advice that you would give them?
I would give them some advice to some books, like the Earl Scruggs book. And if you're learning guitar, then I recommend these books.
The Royal Conservatory series?
Yes.
Yeah. That's for classical guitar, right?
Yeah. If you play the classical though. This is my Scruggs book. It's for banjo. And it's a great book. It has, I don't know where it, oh here it is. It has Foggy Mountain Breakdown on it. And so I think it's a really nice book because of that. And I usually just look online and print some things. That's where I learned some dueling banjos. But I think my dad's got a ways to go before we can play it together.
I've got to practice, huh?
Yeah.
Now, do you read music or do you play tabs or both?
Well, banjo is tabs. I rarely ever see, like, banjo is only for tabs. There's no banjo music that has real notes. But guitar is mostly, it comes in tabs, but guitar is mostly music notes.
Yeah, classical notation.
Yeah.
Do you, when you're learning a guitar song, is it easier to read tabs or classical notation?
I definitely prefer tabs because for notes you have to memorize them and they're hard to memorize. But tabs, it's like it goes to the third string and puts a 2 there, so you know exactly where it is. And tabs are definitely easier, but reading notes is really nice too.
Yeah, it's probably good to have both skills.
Yes.
Do you ever play by ear, just playing and seeing how it sounds?
Well, me and my dad do ear training with my brother and on the guitar, and I would say that's mostly all I really play by ear.
Now, the other day we were playing some chords and...
I said mostly.
Yeah.
I know.
The other day we were playing some chords and you just kind of picked out something that sounded pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
Can you show us what that was? You want to grab your guitar and show us?
It's just a really cool thing in the key of C. Obviously, you can do it in any key, and it goes like this. And that's
really good.
all. It's you can do it in any key. I really like it.
It's fun because remember we watched True Fire and you learned a couple of licks from True Fire? And we put those on Grokking guitar. But this little lick you just kind of made up on your own, huh?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I love it.
Sounds
I
really
play
good.
that all day.
Is there anything else that you want to say before we let people go?
Well, my favorite color is yellow, and I'm 8 years old. My guitar is not yellow, by the way. And a really funny story, I would definitely want to share this with you guys. First of all, it's a kitten outside. And second of all, I bought my guitar not for free, but not with money. My dad loves beer, he brews it, in fact. And this wasn't at a store, it was at my guitar place where I take lessons. And apparently my guitar teacher loves beer too. And so my dad gave him like two 6-packs of beer for my guitar, and I thought that was really funny. And that's all the questions I'm gonna be answering today. But feel free to ask some more in the comments below if you have any personally, and we will do a future Q&A. And I'll see you in the next one.